What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another installment of Grand Theft Auto 3. So, you guys know the drill. We're going to do the last 25 taxi missions here, and then we're done with the taxis, so let's hop right into it. And look for affairs. Okay. Sorry, pal, this one's mine. Hop on in, girlie. Where do you want to go? Easy credit autos. You got it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, so, welcome to this. What I gotta tell you guys, this is a taxi missions, but it's also time for me to tell some stories, tell some personal trials and tribulations about whatever I feel like talking about. Apparently, my brain keeps telling me, hey, tell that story about the time that you worked at that church. So I used to be a janitor in the church for about a year and a half.
Get out of the car.
And with that, I had to, obviously, clean toilets, sweep and mop areas. I had to set the tables, clean baseboards, just the usual janitorial stuff. But multiple friends of mine would tell me when we were there at night, they would see some spooky stuff going down. I've only witnessed a couple of things, but nothing out of the ordinary. But before I worked there, my two best friends that are twins, they worked there, and then, well, there goes my ESPN for some reason. I don't even have ESPN. Why is that making that sound? But they worked there, and then Andrew left to go, go to the military. And when he did that, there was an opening. So with that, I said, oh, well, my job that I was working at the time practically told me to put my 2 weeks notice in because they couldn't work around my school schedule. Like, legitimately, I walked into my manager's office and was like, hey, this is my school schedule. I have to take these classes, obviously, to get a degree, and these are the only times that they have to offer. And then I told her, she's looked at the schedule, and she's like, oh, well, you might as well put in your 2 weeks because we can't work around that. You're here from this time to this time. It was a set schedule. So if you weren't there, then they either told you to quit or put your 2 weeks in, or they would fire you. Luckily, she told me to put my 2 weeks in because I had good standing there. I'd only been written up twice. But anyway, so I got the job at the church as a janitor. And working with my friend Tanner, the one I told you about us getting T-boned by a drunk driver. I worked with him for about 6 months of that year and a half. So I pretty much did it solo for about a year. Because he was tired of it and he wanted to go explore different avenues and wanted to go do different things, which is totally cool. It left me by myself, which was fine, because the cool part, one of the perks of the job, was I got to make my own schedule. So if I wanted to work, 30 hours that week, I could work 30 hours that week. If I could only muster 18 because of school or 12 because of school, cool. That's what you work. As long as you get the stuff done, that's pretty much what you do. And so I would prefer to not be there at nights because, first of all, I'm by myself. People that have worked at the church have been gone for 3-4 hours at a time, and I was just left to my own vices and my own problems. And so it was a cool job. Like, the pastor and I, got along nicely and everything, to an extent. He's a pretty cool guy. As far as I know, he does not work there anymore. He's not the pastor there anymore. He moved on to different pastures. And there we go. I'm picking up a triad here, and one triad's trying to beat my ass. Get out of my face. Oh, no! Bro! Wow. I forgot I had 18 health. Alright, so we'll try that again. Alright, I wasn't even paying attention to the number. Can I not get to the load screen? Okay, cool. So I guess I can take a look at this load screen here just to see how many we have, so I don't lose my place. I've been 7 hospital visits. 80. So I have 20 more. Cool. What was that camera angle? That's weird. Stop doing that. Oh, the game is bugging on me. Okay, there we go. Cool. So we have 20 more fares. And I'm just praying to God for a cab. The beginning... Oh, there's a cab. Cool. In the beginning, there were nothing but cabs. Now, cabs are hard to come by. Get in the damn cab! Or taxi, or whatever. Alright, so we'll start picking people up. Yeah, I recommend that you guys do the 100 fares before the triad. Are you kidding me, dude? Just right across the street. But anyway, so whenever Tanner would work there, okay. Oh, it's the lady. I'm getting out of here. And another triad. You actually want to go? Okay. It was the lady. I thought I was having to pick up the triad, and I was like, bro, you're bringing your friends with you, and they're not included. I'm gonna have to charge triple fare for that. So when Tanner worked there, he had a few incidences where he would set like a spray bottle down one place, and then it would end up being at the other end of the room. Like he was cleaning toilet stalls in the men's room one night, and he would put the spray bottle, like, you know, hanging on the door, you know, where the nozzle is. He would hang the bottle on the door of the stall. And oh my gosh, what is up with this? Whoa, I got completely turned around. That was crazy. I had no idea what I was doing. And then he would, you know, turn around and grab the spray bottle, and it would be like next to the sink, or it would be by the foot of the door, or, you know, whatever. This happened to him multiple times. Luckily, it never happened to me like that, but like he was bugging about it. He was like, bro, if we're here, he's like, we cannot be here at night. You damn retard. I said, okay. So usually when we did it, he would prefer that we did it like in the afternoon or the mornings. But I couldn't do afternoon or mornings because I was going to college. That's the main reason I took the job, was that they were good to me, and they oh no, I accidentally canceled it. What am I doing today? Oh, come on, dude, the triad's trying to kill me. No, leaving. See ya. But anyway. So, really, all these people, not one of them is going to be a fare. Cool. Cool. Guess we're set on this guy. Or lady. That's a lady. And his twin brother would have the same things, like, I think he told me once that he was like vacuuming the sanctuary and he was by himself. Like Tanner was on the other side of the church, and like he would be like cleaning the offices while Andrew was vacuuming
There's no need to feel
sanctuary. And when that would happen, Andrew said that he would feel like somebody tapping on the shoulders, or like trying to talk to him. And he's like, well, Tanner is on the other side of the church. What the hell? So he got genuinely creeped out by that, and I would have too. I definitely would have too. And the worst thing that happened, you know, to me, come on. Man, I'm not going to be able to get these done today, apparently. It's just not in the cards. So I gotta go to pan spray. I'm just gonna go ahead and end it. Like the worst thing that happened to me was I would like, you know, feel somebody like touched my shoulder or something like that. Luckily, it wasn't anything too bad. So instead of going to pay and spray, I'm just gonna drop it off here. Get out of the car. Well, I can push it up a bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna come in, and it's gonna be good as new. There we go, baby. All right. And I saved $1,000. Okay. There we go. Now I know the difference between L3 and L3 and R3. Because I tried to press the horn, but I accidentally canceled the fare. Does this guy have just a random dude have a bat? Or is he like a... Is he one of the Diablos, I think? Probably. But, so I worked there for a year and a half. You gotta be kidding me with these fares, man. They're all just like right across the street. I mean, cool. I mean, they're easy, but it's like, man, even in 2001, people were lazy in society. So yeah, I worked there a year and a half, and I was let go because I mean they're not gonna say it. They're not gonna say why they let me go, but they let me go because I didn't attend the church. At the time, I was Baptist, and this was a Methodist church. Now I'm non-denominational, and it's still a Methodist church. So I don't know if they would accept my non-denominationalism. But yeah, the worst part about it was the pastor fired me over the phone. It was like one Monday morning, you know, I'm just sitting there in my bedroom watching TV. And he called me, which he never called me. I called him a couple of times, or he would leave me like notes, like, "Hey, go do this," or "Hey, there's a Girl Scout meeting here tonight. Please clean the foyer," stuff like that. And so I'd be like, "Okay," but he never called me, so I thought it was kind of weird. So I talked to him and was like, "Hey,
Go on, I dare ya.
what's going on? How are you today?" And he's like, "I'm doing fine." He's like, "Hey, listen, things aren't working out, and we're just gonna have to go in a different direction with you. We're gonna have to let you go." And I said, "Okay, am I not doing a good enough job? What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, no, we're just gonna have to let you go." And I was like, "What the heck? Like, seriously, bro?" So what had happened is the last like month or so of my tenure there, they had hired a second guy as like a seasonal, like not really seasonal, but like filler. Yeah, he's pretty much seasonal. He was a guy that was on leave from his real job, his full-time job, because he had hip surgery. So he would come in, and help me, once or twice a week or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, a little help, It started off with 2, and it went down to 1 for a bit, so maybe there needs to be 2. I understand. At first, that's what I was like. And then I began talking to some people, and they're like, "No, dude, he's gonna take the job." I was like, "Oh, really?" Like, yeah, he attends that church, so they probably want to keep it in-house. So you're probably gonna, get the axe, and then you're probably gonna get fired, and this guy's gonna take your place. I was like, "Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen." I'm an optimist about things like that. So maybe Jerry just wanted to give the guy a little extra help, a little extra money while he's recovering from surgery. And so they pretty much told me, like, he can't do any heavy lifting, so he'll vacuum and sweep and mop and stuff like that. And you're going to have to set the tables, and you're going to have to take out the trash and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, that's fine. And then I guess once he got a little bit more recovered, then it was like, yeah, he's going to take your place. See ya. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that sucks. you know, kind of politics in the church, you know, separation of church and state. I thought was the thing, but apparently it is only when it's convenient for some people. I mean, I liked the job. It wasn't bad. Like, I even asked him, I was like, is there anything I can do for a second chance? Anything I can do? You know, kind of like bargaining. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not doing a good job. I'm sorry if this is, you know, offending you or, you know, whatever. That I don't attend the church or anything like that. Is there anything that I can do and anything that I can change to keep my job? Because it wasn't a bad gig. And I really enjoyed it, like I said, for a year and a half. I got to, you know, just listen to my music, listen to my podcast, and do my thing. And I thought I was doing a good job. And then I got just axed out of nowhere. I said, well, I should have listened to my friends and family when they told me that he was going to take my job. I just didn't believe it. But, I mean, it's fine. It's cool. The pastor's son, before he went off into the military, that's what he wanted to do after high school. He was like, oh, I'm going to the Army. I was like, oh, well, you know, God bless you, you know, good luck, and got my support. So he used to work at a grocery store that I frequent when I worked with my grandma, because it was one of two places that were open past midnight. So when I worked at Pizza Planet, you know, getting off at like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning some nights, he would be there sometimes. And so, like, I would see him and I'd ask him, you know, how's your day going? You know, how's your dad? You know, just traditional stuff. He's like, oh, we're good, we're fine, I'm going to the Army. I'm like, oh, congratulations, cool. You know, some people go to college, some people go to the military. It's cool, that's fine. And so we were cool, like there was no like bad blood or anything like that. I was just a little PO'd for, you know, the politics and, you know, getting fired over the phone. Nobody wants to get fired over the phone unless you really just don't want to see your boss face to face. And anyway, so that was the job that I had that I actually really liked. And now I found out that he's no longer the pastor there, so I don't know, maybe if I need a side hustle or something, if, you know, my side hustles don't work out, maybe I can be like, hey, you know, three days a week I can come in and, you know, just clean up and do what I have to do. Because, like, you can work your own schedule there. It's just the only thing is you absolutely had to have it clean for Wednesday night group, and you absolutely had to have it clean for the Sunday service, which understandable. So there'll be some like Tuesdays, and then if I didn't get knocked out on Friday, I would go in on Saturdays. There was one time that it was during a snowstorm that I forgot to do something. Ah, man, car's trashed. Freaking try it. So, like, I you know, I cleaned the church and everything. It was fine. And then I'd forgotten there was a certain task that I had to do before some service had happened. I can't remember if they're having like some traditional service or what, but I had to have it. I had to have this thing done absolutely before the Sunday service, and I forgot. So I had to go back up there during a snowstorm at like 11 o'clock at night. It hit me at 11 o'clock at night that I had to go do this. So I went up there and I knocked that task out as fast as I could, and I drove back home. I actually got pulled over driving there. Actually, it wasn't a snowstorm, it was a rainstorm. It was a rainstorm. My bad. I'm getting my stories mixed up. It was a rainstorm, so it was just pouring down like crazy, like flooding conditions. And I got pulled over because at the time, my license plate light was out. And I had taken it to my sister's boyfriend, who she was dating at the time, because he worked at a Jiffy Lube, and he got it replaced for me. I'm like, cool. But apparently it like didn't last me very long, because a few days later it was out again without my knowledge. because I was like, oh, well, he put one in. That should last me a while. It did. So I got pulled over, and the cop was just like, hey, just want to tell you that your license plate light is out. You have a good night. See ya. I was like, okay, cool. He pulled me over in a gas station parking lot. And like, that was the quickest ever. He's just like, your license plate light's out. Get that fixed. Thanks. Have a good night. And I always thought that was funny. I'm like, yeah, you got it, officer. Sorry. I just had it replaced, but apparently nothing doing. So I think I went out like the next day or two and got it fixed like I was supposed to, because I got pulled over like twice for it, and luckily I just got a warning both times. And the second time they probably didn't even register it. They were just like, hey, you know, just watch your shit. And so that was a blessing. Because before, what? You gotta be kidding me. I got no extra time for that guy. Look at that, $9 grand. Okay, I'll pick somebody else up. Ah! All I have is my fist. Yep, I got pulled out of the taxi, so my mission's over. See ya. Alright, try that again. Any triads? Yep, there's a triad. This one has a gun. Ah. Get there fast. Oh, at least this kind of lights a fire under my ass. Like, I'm just trying to get this done. And look, it's a little old lady, and she wants to go to the strip club. So good for her. Living her best life. There you go, old lady. I'll just look for somebody else. I'm not going to whip back around. Unless I absolutely have to. Nope, I don't have to. Okay, cool. Alright. Where do you want to go, sugar mama? Super save. So anyway, yeah, I got pulled over twice for that license plate light. I thought I'd fixed it. But the first time I got pulled over, my friend Craig and I, at the time, it was back when we were both kind of single. He was kind of talking to a girl, I was kind of talking to a girl, but we were both, you know, living a single life. So what we used to do is we used to go to Hooters on Thursday nights, because they used to have their all-you-can-eat wings on Thursdays. The wings weren't that great, but I mean, it was good. So one night, we were hanging out at his place, about 2 o'clock in the morning. He was just like, hey, you want to go see where, the body shop where I'm getting my car fixed? I said, sure, why not? We got nothing better to do. So we drove to like the outskirts of town, like in between Amarillo and Bushland. So it's probably about like 5 minutes past Soncy. For those of you that know Amarillo geographically, that's where it was. And it's a little cul-de-sac area with the body shop, and then there's a couple of other small shops that are like behind it and stuff like that. And so we're just circling around looking at it, and I was just like, yeah, nice, yeah, it's what I was expecting. Jesus, Ami. Yeah, it's a body shop. Cool. So as we were circling it, there was a cop that was tailing us. And so we got out of the parking lot of the body shop, and he flicked his lights on.
Watch the road, fool.
And I'm like, oh God. You know, obviously I wasn't speeding, you know, because we were driving really slow around it. We kind of looked suspicious, I guess. So the cop stopped us and looked inside. Saw 2 young gentlemen just hanging out. And obviously I hadn't been drinking or anything. And I was just like, is there a problem, officer? And he's like, yeah, the reason why I pulled you over is your license plate light is out. And I was like, oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'll try to get that fixed. Thank you for telling me. He was like, yeah, I'm just going to give you a warning. It's no big deal. He's like, and I also pulled you over because we've had a lot of break-ins at this body shop lately. And, you know, they hire us for, like, extra surveillance. And I was like, well, that's cool, that's fine, you know, if it's in the budget, you know, whatever, cool, fantastic. Taxpayers' dollars, you know, put to good use. And so he pulled me over for the license plate light, but he really pulled me over because of suspicion. And let's be honest, he looked in the car and saw two young white men. Unfortunately, probably, I don't know. I don't mean to project anything, but yeah. So that's probably what happened. But again, who am I to judge? You know, it's fine. So that was the first time. I've been pulled over a handful of times. 2 for the license plate light. Hey, there we go. Finished it. Bigger, faster, harder, new. Taxis open for busyness. I'll just do one more and we'll call it good. We'll get the 101 just like the Dalmatians. So yeah, that's my story of the 2 times I've been pulled over. I've been pulled over a handful of times, and I've only gotten 1 ticket ever. So that's always fun. So I will share those stories next time we do a mission or something like that on the side. So yeah, let me go ahead and drop this guy off, and then I apparently have to let my dog out. She's taking naps, and now she has to go outside. Alright, so we're done. Made another 3.5. Is that my car? Oh, I thought it was my car that was making that smoking sound. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I'm freaking going. I'm just gonna try to get to the safe house without blowing up. Luckily, there's like sound cues that tell me when the car's on fire or it's just smoking. Right now, it's just smoking. We're almost at the safe house. Safe house. Again, we talked about this last time. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go ahead and park this in here. And, yeah, guys, thank you so much once again for dropping by. You guys are awesome. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. Y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!